Secret number 16. Meditate and tap the wellsprings of soul peace within. Without meditation, it's very difficult because by affirmation alone, you don't change your state of consciousness. And peace can only come when you've changed your state of consciousness. Meditation helps to bring you to the source of peace, and without that, we're really only working with reflections and effects. If we want to be a cause in life, we have to go back to the cause. If we want to find our true self, we have to get back behind the veil of what sex we are, what nationality we are, what age we are, all the belief systems we have. This is what's really lacking in a religion that emphasizes only belief, because belief doesn't get down to who you really are inside. And once you are inside, there's no question of believing anything, it's being. So we've got to really get back to what we are in our inner being. And meditation is one of the most important practices in anyone's life. It brings in that dimension of the soul, without which we're, you might say, almost like a body without a head. If we can guide our lives from above, everything falls into place. It's sort of like one of those dolls that are made of sticks and string. If you hold the doll at the point, at the knot on the top of the head, then all those little sticks fall into place and you see the shape of a human being. But if you pick the doll up at any other point, all you have is a jumble of sticks and string. So with our lives, until we can get to that central point of our reality, nothing ever seems to come into place. It all sort of falls into different shapes and all adds up to confusion and chaos. So meditation, even if you only do a little bit every day, is really the sine qua non of human existence. I don't know how people live without it, but then that's because I've been doing it for over 40 years. And I've really come to be absolutely convinced that it's the most important activity that one can have. From that, everything else proceeds. So let's just talk very briefly about how to meditate. Well, one important thing is to sit very still. Keep your body relaxed. We talked in an earlier secret about the importance of relaxation. If you can sit with your spine straight, you'll be surprised to find that you can relax better than if you sit slumped back against a chair or against the wall. Sit with the spine straight enables everything to be in place. It's everything sort of hangs from that and in proper proportion. There's no tension then, where the other kind of relaxation relaxes a part of your body but tenses other. Another reason for keeping the spine straight is then the energy can flow through the center of your being. You can become more central, and another more centered in yourself. And another reason is that a straight spine gives you almost automatically a dynamic, courageous attitude, where a bent spine tends to foster attitudes of discouragement and negativity and so on. So meditate with a straight spine and a relaxed body. Those are the two first conditions. You can sit in a chair, as I'm doing right now, with your feet flat on the floor, or you can sit on the floor. Can you lie down? Surely you can lie down flat on your back on the bed, but the only difficulty with that is that we've practiced that position for so many years in order to go to sleep, that it's more difficult to resist the temptation to go into subconsciousness, and we're trying to go into what we might call superconsciousness, higher awareness. So sit upright in whatever position you take, and place your hands palms upwards on the thighs at the junction of the abdomen. This will help to support your body, bring your shoulders back. It'll sort of corrugate the back and make it a lot easier to keep the spine straight. Keep the chin parallel with the ground like this, and look upward, concentrating at the point between the eyebrows, because this is the seat of concentration, seat of peace, seat of ecstasy, seat of higher awareness. So look upward here, and just try, you can keep your eyes half open and half closed like this, or you can close your eyes, which may be easier. You don't want to cross your eyes like that. What you want to do is just look upward and let the mind be focused here. This is the frontal lobe of the brain, and that part of that lobe which it has been found brings the most concentration, the deepest awareness. But the frontal lobe of the brain is that part which is the most recent anatomical acquisition. It's that part which is our humanity. It represents our ideals. And if we didn't have that part of the brain, if we had brains, skulls that go back the way the lower animals do, we wouldn't have the idealism, the philosophical aspirations, the religious faith and so on that come to people. In fact, in the operation that's called prefrontal lobotomy, in cutting that in order to remove severe depression, they discovered that they also took away people's idealism and spiritual tendencies, higher aspirations, and so they no longer perform that operation as far as I'm aware. Anyway, concentrate here. Look generally up here. You can also put your arm out at arm's length and concentrate your gaze just gently on your thumb, let's say, so that it's not focused inward like this, but just slightly to help the focus of the mind here. And then concentrating deeply at that point. Just feel all your awareness, your physical sensations, your feelings and emotions. Feel your whole being gathering at one point there. Feel as if that point were a doorway through which you could pass into infinite consciousness. Offer your whole self up at that point. And sit that way for as long as you like. This is just a beginning practice of meditation. There are many techniques of meditation that can help you to go much deeper, but this isn't the place for them. I do have a video on how to meditate, and you might like to get that and work with it. I did it a few months ago and was really delighted at the end to realize that it was possibly the best class I've ever given on that subject. So I really would suggest that you listen to it, watch it, practice it. I think you'll get a lot out of it. Even I got a lot out of it in giving it, because we always seem to get more in giving and in teaching than we do in learning or in receiving. Anyway, meditate for, start with 5 minutes if you like, just enough to get a little peaceful. But as you get into it, increase that to half an hour, to an hour. You'll find that it doesn't take effort because it's so enjoyable. You'll begin to find yourself in touch with higher realities, tuning yourself to those higher realities. When you come out of that state, you'll find that you can carry that inner peace with you as a dynamic quality of your own being wherever you go.